Score predictor is still saying 348.
Yeah, I don't think the score predictor is taking much. Notice of the batsman looking with such suspicion. The pitch.
Great use of the feet from Finch. He slipped back past the bowler. That was a terrific shot. Hafiz is in again. Drops this shot onto the back foot. Goes Finch. Carves it away. Of 3 balls, and he's having to. In he comes onto the back foot. Goes Finch. This one he just pushes away to backward square, and it will conclude that over. It went for 15. 107 without loss. Australia 59. For Aaron Finch, 38 for David Warner, and the run rate up to about 6.3 and going nicely, I think.
TV umpire says if we are going down memory lane with Wahab bowling so well, can't we also bring in Watson? And
Watto.
Linux Lee says while you're listeners predict something around 280, Vaughan is raving about 400 plus. El Mustachio, who is Chad Hafila, it says the Pakistan fielding is slowly but surely looking like some schoolboy fielding. Warner and Finch just score strong centuries, looking like a 350 plus total.
I'm more in that direction. Now let me just
Imran Ali says 500.
Well, that might be pushing.
Tracker.
I think that's pushing. That's super optimistic. If you wanted to place a bet, now we've seen a couple of near misses on runouts. Just to let you know that on Betway at the moment, the odds of the next, or what indeed would be the first dismissal,
I think in this World Cup, haven't there? You do get more in this format of the game, I think.
Well, but, yes, you do.
No, it's 10 to 1. That's a fair old price, I think.
I suspect if we do get a run out, it'll be a half misfield that they chance a single and the ball comes in.
Where are these two respectively in the table at the moment? Who can tell us that? I know Australia played 3-1-2. Obviously they lost and lost just one. Played 3-1-2, lost one. The one, of course, they lost to India. They've beaten Afghanistan and West Indies.
I have an app.
Pakistan have played 3, but effectively have won 1, lost 1, beaten England. Lanka, and probably spent the day having massages, long lunches, and might have gone off for a round of golf, but there was never going to be any play. That was on the 7th of June, I think, when I recall it. It did heap it down in Bristol. It's going to be Shaheen Afridi again, who's going to be continuing to David Warner. His left arm over, and Warner has punched this into the ground, and it loops up. But there will be no run. None for 39, Shaheen Afridi, although he's had a couple of decent shouts and he's beaten the bat more than once. So there is no doubt in my mind that these two have ridden their luck. A, with edges, and B, with run-outs.
What is it with these apps where you want to find something simple and you can't bloody find it?
Well, I'll help you find a minute. And Shaheen is in onto his toes. Goes Finch, pushes us away.
For heaven's sake.
So given us a what? He's given us a no ball? No ball and a free hit?
Bloody hell.
So Shaheen must have overstepped there, I suspect.
Australia are in 4th place at the moment. Pakistan are on 8th.
Oh, okay.
So
I see that's where, interestingly enough, if they'd have been able to play and beat Sri Lanka, what difference would that have made to the table, Nestlers?
who? Pakistan?
Yeah, if they'd have got 2 points rather than 1, what difference would that make? But I guess it would all be based on net run rate.
Yeah, because a lot of people have got 4. Only New Zealand have got 6 points at the moment.
Well, Shaheen, of course, has just delivered a no ball. He is bowling from the river end, and he's gonna. David Warner has a free hit, and Warner just carves this straight to mid-off, where Shoaib Malik is solidly, and Warner, well, he repeats the shot with a fair degree of frustration, because there's nothing more frustrating, I think, for batsmen in this form of the game, where you get a free hit and you don't do something at least with it, and it was a free hit dot ball.
I remain convinced that more free hits go for dot balls than kind of standard deliveries. A number of times you see a batsman try and hit it too hard, and it skews away.
Shaheen's in again, short and wide of off stump. This one's carved through point, but Imam ul Haq goes sliding across and will restrict them for 2. A good, lively bit of fielding. Aaron Finch on 60, David Warner on 40. Yeah, what was the answer to that question, Nestlers?
Well, apart from New Zealand, the Sri Lanka, Australia, India and England are all on 4 points.
Everyone's grouping together on 4, so it would depend on their run rate.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, very hard to say what they might have done against Sri Lanka had the sun shone.
Is anyone officially out yet?
No, nobody is, not even South Africa. As this is up onto the off stump and worked away backward of square. Wahab Riaz who comes racing in to do the fielding.
They're not bottom.
We'll restrict them to a single. South Africa not bottom, so Afghanistan are bottom.
Yeah, South Africa have got 1 point.
Well, they got 1 point from a match that was rained off.
There you go. They all count.
Well, they all count. Yeah, they do. Isn't that what they normally say if somebody's bundled a goal in off their arse from 3 yards?
Yeah.
They all count. Yeah. 112 without loss. Australia round the wicket comes Shaheen, and that one, terrific delivery, and that one did just shape away from the outside edge of Finch. Genuinely beat him. He's a bit of a licorice all sorts bowler, Shaheen, isn't he? You know, he drops a couple of shockers. I suppose he's quite young, isn't he? For a bit. How old do we know how old he is?
I think he's 19.
He's 19.
He looks a bit older.
Well, he does look older than that, and he's a bit of a man mountain. But I guess when you're that age, you're going to bowl.
He's very.
You're going to bowl, some very good balls, and probably just occasionally lose your radar. But that was a terrific delivery. He's in again, left arm around the wicket. Finch is up onto his toes, punched this away to mid wicket, and they will take a single.
Yeah, he's very raw. I saw him play at this ground, I think, against England. No, at Bristol against England, and his fielding was beyond parity. It was that bad. But he has got some talent, as of course so many Pakistan players do have.
Yeah, well, he could easily have had a wicket or two in this spell. So he's gone for none for 45 off 6. That over has just gone for 4, although he did survive a free hit. Went for 5, in fact, if you count the no ball, and he did survive a free hit, which ended up as a dot.
A TV umpire says, on a scale of 1 to Luciano, how lucky is Finch?
He has most definitely ridden his luck. He's been dropped. He's been nearly run out. Shaheen has certainly, particularly, has beaten him a couple of times. Wahab at least once from memory. So he is riding his luck. We're going to see Hafiz again. And Finch doesn't time that at all. He was lucky. He was down on his knees to sweep that away. Just got a bit of bottom edge on it.
Are we all aware of who Lucky Luciano is?
I can only think of Pavarotti.
No.
Who are we thinking of? Well, you can tell me in a minute.
Boxer?
No. At least I don't think so. I think it was Lucky Luke, the animated cowboy.
I remember Lucky Luke, but I didn't know he's called Luciano.
Well, I think that was his name, Luciano. I'm pretty sure. I'm not
meet many cowboys
certain.
called Luciano, but there we go. Hafiz is in, and Finch, very watchful this time, is onto the back foot, pushing us away to mid-wicket, and again there's no runs.
Spaghetti Western.
Well,
no one's mentioned the magnificent Hafiz moustache yet, so I've mentioned it.
I think you should. Forward comes Finch, pushes this away to backward. Thermos flasks. That's nicely whipped away to square leg by Aaron Finch, and they will just take an easy single. So 2 singles so far from this Hafiz over.
This time last year, the World Cup was just starting. It was boiling hot. We were at the start of really almost unbroken 3 months of glorious sunshine.
Oh, indeed. Hafiz is in again, and this. Well, it's. Did he get some bat on that? It was away where a leg slip would have been. Shaheen Afridi's come around from long leg. Well, really sort of short fine leg. I think he's more his position. And it's been given as a leg by.
And speaking of going by the legs, Staliar 56 says, has Gary just revealed something of himself when likening
a couple of rows inside the boundary, or outside the boundary rather, for 6? Whence it is retrieved by a lady in a lovely floral scarf. Didn't get to the pitch of the ball, didn't hit it cleanly, but it doesn't matter. It's quite a short boundary. It was a fair old club by the Australian captain Aaron Finch, and in the middle chair, as Aaron Finch is down on one knee and swinging this high over deep mid wicket. The introduction of our special guest. Is continually delayed by the thwacking from the Australian captain. It's 2 sixes in a row.